Alright, this is the swamp strategy with 4 NZ robots. Okay, so in the beginning of Autonomous, the red and blue robots are gonna fight for the 20s. They may or may not get it, whatever. The interaction robots fight for the 30s, like it's all here, it's stalemated. Autonomous ends. In driver control, these two will continue fighting, and if you win it, then yeah. As soon as the bonus points are gone though, then the robot that has no more objects because they scored the bonus points, they'll leave and pick up, and the other robot will just score on top of it, and they leave and they pick up all the isolation objects. These two robots will be jockeying for a while, and then right now we'll just say it's half-half. So red gets half, blue gets half, okay? And then the pyramid will probably be knocked over and around the center area, and both of them will pick up their own objects and score them in the 12. So right now all of interaction is filled up, and in isolation the robots will continue filling up the 20 goals because they're the contested goals, and there will be only one object in each of these goals. So there's still 1 object space here and 5 object space here. This is where the strategies differ. The Blue Alliance will open their gate and allow their isolation robot to come out to help pick up. The Red Alliance, however, will leave their gate there, but instead of opening, the interaction red robot will pick up around 6 objects of their own and give them, passing it over the gate to their isolation partner. The reason they keep their gate down is because one robot in the isolation zone has a lot of space to score with. None of the blue robots can go in and disrupt the flow of their efficiency. And then after the red robot has picked up and passed 6 objects, that's all it needs, because there can only be 5 more and 1 more there. So after that, these two would probably pick up some, and then this one would go in there to score here, and this one would also follow suit. But this robot picks up 2 more of their objects and follows behind them in their isolation zone. Now this robot would probably be flooding the 30, while this robot is aiming for the 12. Now this robot is trying to badger them and trying to make them miss and take longer, and they're just trying to hump them until it takes a long time to score. And then after these two robots are finally done scoring, this robot will, since he has 2 objects in there, they don't really want to leave to let this robot score in their 30-inch goal. So they might be blocking, one robot might get past, and this guy will be blocking. So pretty much these two are stalemated. And then by the 40-second mark, this robot will be finished scoring. They finally open their gate, and then now it's doubler negator time. These two robots go to their squares for doubler negator. This red robot stays here, and this red robot gets the doubler. Now, as soon as the doubler gets introduced, this robot will score it in their 30-inch goal right away and get the negator and come back out. These two robots, however, since there's 3 robots in a small amount of space, they will be pushing and shoving. That's the role of this robot. He will try to prevent this robot from coming out and this robot from coming in. So all 3 of them are just hustling, justling. One might be able to go past, but the important thing is that they do not double their 30-inch goal, because that is a 7-point swing right there. And then after this robot comes out, which was around the 20-second mark, there will be now 4 robots hustling in this small area. And then if the blue one gets past, then it gets past, then this red one can negate the 12-inch goal, which is a 3-point swing. Not too much, but it's a fair amount. And then the red robot will most likely be around this area and block off this blue robot from doubling. And that is the swamp strategy.